introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Now.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Just like that. Just like that.
And ready.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, this is Michel, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a first down carry, it's Michel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Get in the weight room. He's cracked.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On on second down, Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning of the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he's upended after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Long. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go, Mexico.
Throwing is Long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird, 41 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Clock now to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jason McCoy. And the return here stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good Good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
On first down, Michelle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 50, plant.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Patriots 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Throws right side, and that's complete. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down, Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third and 2, Locke. He's got the hook up to Lee. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, it's Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Luck. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and long, it's Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out in the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Locke. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Locke now on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground is Michel. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jim. Shift. Hey, watch it.
And an alley to run. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own it.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Luck. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
22 jet bomber.
Off of play action, Luck. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu, 30 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Clock now on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a first down throw. Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I got you, boy.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now. Michelle, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Love. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Luck. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
11Z. Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. That's caught by the tight end, LaCosse.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got it out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Luck. He hits right, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Michel running right. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd down and 4. Luck. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Michel. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 99. Check 99. 36. Check.
Now Michel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And his kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Lock going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Down to 30 base. 54 Mike. 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Let's get it.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. One final try for Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for New England, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got